إلى الحاجة إلى تجارب مثل الدكتور أسامة اللي ينقل تجربة أو خبرته في الصناعة أو في التجارة أو في المجالات الاقتصادية، الاقتصاد المعرفي إلى المنطقة. أيضا تجربة الدكتور أسامة تبين لنا أهمية الاعتماد القيادة لمشاريع مثل مشاريع الريادة والاقتصاد المعرفي. الدكتور أسامة بدأ أسس 100 بمقابلته مع الملك شخصيا، مع الملك الأردن. أيضا الملك تبنى هذا المجال، هذا الانيشيتيف، وكان له دور هو والملكة رانيا في جميع أنحاء الأردن، إلى أن هذا الاتجاه يكون اتجاه الدولة. أنا لما كنت في الأردن كانوا يقولون كان يقول الريادي يقدر يقابل الملك وأبوه عمره 60 سنة ما عمره صارت له فرصة يقابل ملك الأردن. هذا توجه القيادة مهم جدا في دعم مشاريع الشباب. ما ودي أطول. الدكتور أسامة فخر أنه يكون معنا اليوم، وأتوقع أن شاء الله محاضرته بتكون غنية ومفيدة لنا إن شاء الله. تفضل دكتور.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. شكرا دكتور عبد العزيز على الكلمات يعني اللطيفة والظريفة. أنا بعتذر، الكلمة اللي راح ألقيها راح تكون باللغة الإنجليزية، ولكن قبل ما أحول للغة الإنجليزية بدي ألخص أحد أهم الدروس. الجلسة هاي عنوانها المسرعات والحاضنات. أحد الدروس المهمة، يعني إذا ما تذكرتوا شيء عن هاي الكلمة، مسرعات وليس حاضنات. تذكروا هذا الدرس، وإن شاء الله اللي بقدمه بيقنعكم، والفرق بيناتهم كبير. طيب، switching to English, let me start with some questions. What do you need to have an entrepreneurship ecosystem? Just a phrase. Why is it that our region does not produce large, valuable companies in IT? What are the real issues that must be addressed to create healthy environment for tech startups? Why are most incubators in the region a failure? Are we missing entrepreneurs? Or can entrepreneurship be learned? These questions came to me from a very surprising source. It came from a meeting that I was invited to without planning, and it came from someone that Dr. Abdulaziz just referred to, King Abdullah II of Jordan. He gathered a group of people. He said, private sector only, no government. Answer these questions for me. Propose a plan or implement as soon as possible. فعلا we started looking at these questions, and the first answer that came up was that in the Arab world, in the MENA region, seed and early stage funding, very early, the beginning, seed funding doesn't even have a word in Arabic. احنا بنسميه الاستثمار النواتي. Early stage funding do not exist. Angel investment, meaning people investing their private money versus funds in technology company, does not exist. Very, very few people do it. I do it. I know a few people who do it, and nobody else did it back then. Venture capital or late stage funding, however, is plenty. Yani we have a very strange situation where no one can get early stage money, but if you're a later stage company, if you have predictable revenues or predictable profits, many funds want to give you money. More money than there are projects, by the way. So we call this a desert of early stage financing. What we noticed also, people, entrepreneurs, هذا اللي بده يقطع الديزرت, this person who wants to cross the desert on his own, if he succeeds, most likely, like Ahmed said, they will fail. But if they succeed, they will also be in a mode where they refuse to take any partners. يعني, either it becomes a family business, or it becomes a business that this one founder created and did on his own, and therefore he doesn't want any more money. Which actually leads to the fact that most of these late-stage funds cannot find companies to invest in. This is a broken economic situation, if you look at it. It's not a funding problem only, there's also a culture problem. Investors will invest only if they see fast growth with big returns. So we must change the culture to accommodate fast growth, hard work. Unfortunately, even though we have some of the most entrepreneurial, interesting stories of the old days, and we use those in our training boot camps, في Oasis 500 وإلى آخره, in the Arab world, we haven't had them recently, not in the last few hundred years. Culture change is very hard. Solution, we thought, is to create a shock to the system. يعني, change culture through creating examples and through shocking people. How do you shock people? You create a large number of companies when everybody thinks it's impossible. We thought 500 in 6 years is such a number, and that's why it's called Oasis 500. Oasis because of the desert, 500 because of the goal of 500 companies. Hala, by the way, this is not a lot of money. All we raised so far is about 6 million, now it's 7 million. Over the 6 years, we will raise $30 million. So this is not for 500 companies. This is not big money. Let me talk about the results, because that's really what's important, and I don't want to bore you with a lot of slides. Funding must come with intensive training, because people don't know what to do with the money if you give it to them. If you just give them money, they will waste it, right? Because they don't know better. Acceleration, and this is where I say accelerators, not incubators, is a must. In this culture, we need to teach these companies that they can achieve in 3 months what people think takes a year to a year and a half. We succeeded at that. We now do it systematically, and I will show you what the results were based on that. So, what do we do in Oasis 500? Unfortunately, we had to do 4 things. It's more complicated because we don't have an ecosystem, and we have to start it from scratch. We run the training boot camps, where people start with 6 intensive days, and it goes for 5 weeks, and based on that, we select the companies we want to invest in. Once we select, we give them funding, and we give them acceleration at the same time. Acceleration means every day I check what you are doing. Every week you have to submit a report. Every month you have to report in front of everyone as a board meeting on the results, in front of your peers, in front of friends, others. Mentorship means we ask the local community leaders to help these companies. Give them experience, الإرشاد يعني. You've been there, you've tried something, it worked, it didn't work, so help them. Angel Network, we tried to create a network, a set of meetings of potential investors hoping that they will invest in these companies. So the targets I mentioned were 500. I list them here just so you know how we get to 500. Notice year 1 and 2, it says we do, which is this row here, row 3. We do 10 companies in year 1, 22 in year 3, and we keep going like that until we get to 500 in 6 years. I mentioned it's not just about funding, so we do the intensive acceleration, and this is a very